What the hell happened there? I got no idea. Ozzy, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's happening? I was waiting for the countdown. I was like, what's going on? I'm
Dude,
trapped.
the
I'm
video,
trapped. I'm trapped.
the video started on my end and then just went. And I was like, oh, that can't be good. But hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. I am joined by none other than my brother from the 666, Mr. Ozzy. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You? I'm very
good.
good.
I can't complain, dude. Both busy today because we both did some hunting, not together, so that sucks. But we had some fun, man. You want to share a little bit about yours? I'll share a little bit about mine.
Sure, I can talk a tiny bit about it. Just through mutual friends, I was notified of a collection. Still, it's the deal's pretty much done. It's just trying to negotiate, trying to pick up all stuff. A guy from had a shop in the 90s, a bunch of books. Like there's a whole bunch of everything. Like there's a lot of 90s stuff in there, if you know what I mean. A lot of, I'm not saying crap, but just a lot of stuff in there. But then there's a lot of gems. So I'll probably get in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll slowly tell everybody what was in there. I don't even know a fraction of what's in there.
And the best part was the line when you told me about it. The line that really stuck out to me was that you said he owned a shop and he hasn't really touched these since the 90s. And then I was just kind of like, what?
So when and nobody's touched it. I'm literally, when you go through books and it's like that noise, the plastic, it's like, I'm like, really, nobody's gone through these in years. Yeah. So there's a bit of water damage to some of them. There was a box of the What If books, Spidey, half survived, half died, and some defenders. So I'm pretty stoked to go through it.
Dude, I'm pumped. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
My hunt didn't really go like I planned. It wasn't like some of the books that maybe you were thinking, but I'll have a video dropping soon. I went to 2 flea markets, spent about $100, maybe $140 in both places, 2 different days.
Nice.
And man, there was a lot of goodies, a lot of $1, $2. And then when I actually did the calculation of a lot of these things, it was literally I paid $1.40, $1.50 for the books. So
nice.
Pretty happy, man. Cool. We got some other news too, though, Ozzy. Before we go into the show,
sure.
it's official.
It's official. 100%. It's official.
You and I are gonna be at. Well, I'm calling it Mississauga Con, but that's not actually the name. If you Google it, that is not actually the name.
What are they calling it?
I think they're calling it just the Mississauga Comic Book Show.
Okay.
I'm calling it Mississauga Con. I don't know why. But yeah, we're going to be there. We are going to be there March 27th. So if you want to, I don't know, a picture, an autograph, you want to go through books, you want to talk books, you want to throw a rock at us, we're going to be there.
We'll be there.
So, you guys can come chat. Hopefully a lot of people are there. I know a lot of Canadian followers and a lot of Canadian people in the community are going to be there. So it's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and then, not to get ahead of ourselves, Ozzy, but we also got Toronto Comic-Con the week before. So
17th or 18th, something like
18, 19, 20. So, so we got a busy 2 weeks ahead of us.
That is just socializing and hanging out with people and buying
the books there are a little pricey. So, But yeah, it's going to be, pretty good. There's a lot of people I know are going, Rocksteady, possibly Tim, Wesley from Future Specs. I'm not sure about some of the comic kingpins, but there's going to be a lot of people there. So I'm excited to chat, meet, go get lunch, go get drinks, whatever the case may be. I'm ready for it, man. The first show since November, right? The last one that we did was November?
Was it November? I think so.
Yeah, it's been a fucking long time here, man.
That was fun, though. That was fun, too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's the best part of this is actually getting to meet and hang out with people that you become friends with online instead of just seeing everybody on the screen.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I love seeing the people that are like, dude, I bought 100 copies of this book you spec'd on, but it hasn't done anything.
That's right. What?
Oh. But no, it's gonna be fun, man. It is what it is. It's comics, but I'm excited, man. I can't wait. March is finally here. I know people are like, well, Noob, the calendar still says February. Yes, I know, but I mean, we got one more day left. It's basically March. Okay, that's
March.
just how I'm looking at it. So yeah, we're in the clear too, because
Dun, 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 dun.
after March we got April. Newbie, you're so smart, but that means sandals and shorts. That means no more pants and boots and shoveling snow up here. So I'm fucking going nuts up here. So I can't wait. So we'll see. The goal is to go to Toronto Comic Con in sandals. That is my goal. But
It was almost shorts weather today.
Not where I was, man. It was a little chilly. I still had my winter jacket. So yeah. Well, let's say hello to the chat before we get going on the show, man. I'm really pumped to go. Uncanny Swag taking the gold medal, sir. I believe this is your first gold medal, so congratulations. Michael Baker's in the house. Silver. What is going on? Congrats, Swag. I don't think I've ever seen you take the gold medal before now. Yeah, okay. That makes two of us, man. Yeah, I don't think I have. Sam Rock's in the building. What's going on? Sam is probably going to be at one, maybe two, maybe both, maybe none, maybe some of the shows, but I hope Sam's there because he met us last time we were at Fan Expo. So hopefully he comes up and chats and hangs with us again. Hard Knocks Collectibles. What's going on, man? How you doing? The bronze medal. I don't know if it's bronze, man. What I got? What? Uncanny, Michael, and then RP. Yeah, so participation ribbon for you, sir. Athletic style. I only get a participation award. I will come back later. It happens sometimes. TKO Collectibles is in the house. What's going on? Tim was my what's the word?
Spirit animal?
No, my light this week because he just got his books back from CGC. Okay. I sent some books with him with his submission, and the guy actually said that my 6 books that I sent off in, I think we did it in August, arrived, and he said that mine should be coming this week. So that's good news.
Good.
I'm pumped, right? But I still have like 4 more orders or 4 more, books out at CGC, like orders of books. So yeah, I'm cool. At least one, 25% of them are back. So I'm happy. So Rocksteady Collectibles all the way from Edmonton, Canada. He's going to be in the house come Comic-Con in Toronto. Ultra Maximus, what is going on, sir? We are not worthy. What's going on, man? Everybody go check out his show, man. He does a great job. Great stuff over there. If you think I'm good, he is great. And he doesn't mispronounce things like me. So make sure you guys go check out Ultra, one of the good guys in the community, Mr. Sam Clark. Thanks for the invite. I think it was when we were talking about the collection that you went to go see. I think that's where that comment went.
Okay,
so
sure. Yeah. Next time.
Yeah. Next time. Let's see. The stream launched about as well as Newbie. Yeah, dude, I don't know what happened there, man. Like we got new internet. We got, new cords in the internet. Everything's going good. I don't know what happened there, man. So old bags are not a good sign though.
It wasn't on good books.
Yeah.
So
that's what I do. A lot of collections or a lot of books that I find, like if they're in old bags, I take them out immediately. And even if they just have to sit for a little bit.
Situation is situation. Like,
100%.
Be like, dude,
100%.
No new bags.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. That's it's getting crazy, man. Every time I go into a shop and for bags and boards, it's like I'm at Costco on Boxing Day. Like, it's just crazy. Like they drop them and everybody goes cuckoo, man. It's insane. Like we're going to get through this, people. TKO Collectibles is going to be there on Saturday. So March 20th? No, 18th. No, 19th. That's when we're going to be there. We're going to be there
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. So I'll be there Saturday with Ozzy, maybe Mr. Key Issues. I have no idea. I don't know who's all going, but we have a few weeks.
Dude's coming as well.
Dude, oh yeah, Comic Dude from the Kingpins is going to be in the house. Yeah,
he's making
maybe Hyper. I don't know. Maybe BC. I don't know. I truly don't know, people. Like, because sometimes people are like, "Oh man, I can't tell. Like, you might be Joe." I don't know. Is Dracula coming? Is going?
He's going. I don't know. I think he's going Saturday. I know he's going one of the days. I'm meeting up with him tomorrow, so okay. I'll let you know.
Yeah. I'm jealous. Tomorrow, you guys are meeting with Mr. Comic Book Knight, Mr. Comic Knight Sandy. Yeah. RP's in the house. Hopefully we see him at the show. RP, we will be there at Mississauga Con. Yes, that is what I'm calling it. We're going to be selling there, so that's going to be a good time. Socks with sandals? No, straight sandals. Straight sandals. Newbie, what's going on, Punch? How you doing, man? All right. I messed up names. He's lying. Come on, man. Old bags are better than no bags. Depends, man. It depends. Situation, right? Yep, Saturday. Yeah, so it seems like everybody's going Saturday. If I can make it to the con, then I'll be there on Saturday. Tim, all right.
It's gonna be pretty good.
I'll be at the con. Yeah, so it looks like Saturday's gonna be the day. So that's good. Nice. All right. Well, you guys know the deal. New comic book day, comic news, and then spec. 2 books on the spec that we're gonna be talking about today. It's probably gonna be a little light show tonight. I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna have some fun with it regardless. Who knows? Maybe we go longer. We'll see where the conversations take us. But you ready to join the Newbieverse? Ozzy, are you ready for the show?
I am ready and waiting. Yes.
All right, let's kick it off. Let's do it. Oh man, I am ready to go. All right, people. Newbieverse number 82. We're getting close to that century mark, the 100th show. That's going to be crazy, man. I don't know. We might be giving away, marbles. Oh, dude, of course. We have to. We might get, special guests, who knows? Maybe we, I don't know. I can't think of like a special guest, but like we'll get special guests. I'll wear a tux, whatever the case may be. But
I'll wear a tux too. I'll wear top hat, tux, monocle, everything. I
should have done that like for like the 2K show or the 2500K show. Like
just from the waist up.
Just from exactly. Man.
Can I just rent half of it?
Dude, you know what's funny is I just recently did like a Zoom interview for like a job like 3 days ago, and literally I was like in a suit but like halfway up. Like I was not wearing pants. Like I was just like, what's up? How you doing? And I try to make it look all professional. Like
happens all the time.
If you're watching and you did the interview with me, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to act cool. All right, let's get the show kicked off. First up, we got to talk about the channel sponsors, Mr. Bleeker St Comics. You guys know the deal. Check out BleekerStreetComics.com. $10 a press, $5 a clean. Go on the website. He's got about 2,000 to 3,000 books. If you're in the St. Catharines area in Southern Ontario here, make sure you guys go check him out on Turner Crest in the flea market every Sunday, 8 a.m. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Really solid dude, a lot of collection, fun guy. Jay's one of the good guys in the community, so make sure you guys go check him out. And you can also find Bleeker on Tony Sanders' channel. He's usually fighting for some belts and some stuff there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Make sure you guys go check out and support the man, Mr. Bleeker St Comics. Next up, we got my LCS, Mr. Big B Comics, 3 stores, 1 in Niagara, 1 in Hamilton, 1 in Barrie. Barrie, man, Ozzy, I always talk about it, man, but that is one of my favorite stores I've ever been in.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
He just posted as well. I think he got a bunch of books in, which was kind of cool. I was like,
I told him, I gave him my number. I told him to call me when he's got a Tales of Suspense 39. So we'll see. I held up my bargain. I'm just waiting. I'm just living. So, but yeah, Big B Comics, man, go check them out. They sometimes have stuff that you might think you can't find, and it's there. So make sure you guys go check them out. All right, let's kick it off. Let's start the show.
Sure.
First up, we got Image Comics. Ozzy, we got a number 1 alert. So we got 7174 annual, which looks a little funky. Looks more like a fashion, magazine than a comic. And then we have Loaded Bible. Now, when I saw Loaded Bible and the fact that he's got a cross near his like crotch, I automatically assumed this is what Ned Flanders is doing on the side. Like this is Ned Flanders right here.
Taking names and kicking ass.
Yeah, none of these really pop off to me. None of these I think I'm gonna be losing sleep over. But I mean, they're number 1s. You know how people get crazy over it. Any of these 2 interest you? Are you grabbing them? What are your thoughts?
I'm actually not familiar with these. It seems that Image is doing some different stuff. I don't know anything about these. Sorry, man.
No, dude, me neither, dude. When it comes to some of this stuff, like I just put number 1s up just because people just go crazy for number 1s, I just don't see Loaded Bible being anything. If in 5 years they make a Loaded Bible movie, okay, show this script, show this, clip. But this is a hard pass for me, man. I think there's like a few covers too. I think there's like 5 covers for it, but I'm passing all the way through. Same with 7174. I'm just waiting for next week. I think next week is going to be the big week. There are some few,
I think so too,
you know, big hitters this week, but like I always say, right? And Ozzy, you've heard me say it. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to buy everything or anything if you don't think that it's good. Like if you don't want to, don't feel forced to buy some stuff. I mean, we all like comics, but like, especially if you're just looking to invest or flip. I mean, not every week is going to be as good as some of the weeks that we've had already. But if you look at next week,
I know. But everybody also has like different intentions for the collection.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
wants to pull back and like, because they're going to buy bigger keys or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Rocksteady saying pass. Yeah, it's a pass. What's going on, Kev? How you doing, man? Tim, is the con going to be full capacity? Yeah, yes. Everything's lifted, man. Everything's lifted.
As of March 1st, yeah.
All right. This one is probably going to be pretty big. If Comic Dude's in the house, you know that he's going to be picking this up like crazy. I know BC has got like, I don't know if he went all the way to the 150. I think he said he would have gone to the 1 in 25. But we got Rogue Sun, you know, the spinoff of
Radiant Black.
Radiant Black, thank you. I think next week the Red Sun or Radiant Red comes out. So you got all these different, you know, spin-offs coming, but I mean, there's a lot of covers. Don't sleep on it. I mean, Radiant Black, just from like you know, not a read, because obviously everybody's comparing it to like say Power Rangers, but when you look at like say, you know, what Radiant Black did. I mean, Radiant Black in a 9.8 is still like $150 Canadian, right? So I mean, like you have
the success is
there. Yeah, for the regular cover.
Okay.
The success is there. So I mean, if these spinoffs are pretty good, who knows? Not the biggest Power Ranger fan myself. Didn't order any of these, especially not the 1 in 25, not the 1 in 50. The 1 in 50 looks pretty dope, I will say, but yeah, I just kind of passed on this, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm passing on this stuff too. Again, like you said, there's some weeks that are coming up, so I went kind of heavy in a lot of pre-orders, so I had to like pare back and other things. I'll take a look and see like if it's interesting the day of, and maybe I'll grab a copy just to read it. But
and sometimes, I mean, you get lucky. I mean, especially when there's like 20 covers that are coming out, right? Like you'll be surprised at what you can find on a shelf anyway. Like, you know, some of the books, if you don't order, you know, FOC, like pre-order, yeah, you're probably going to miss out. But there are some weeks and there are some times where, you know, you'd be surprised at what you find, right?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
It is what it is. So yeah, I love weeks when I don't want new books. I back issue bin and find gold. Well, yes, dude, that is exactly. Ultra, you hit it on the nail, man. That's what I do. And also, you know, you look ahead to like next week, right? Just like Ozzy was saying, right? Like next week, it's gonna be a little busy. I know for myself, me personally, it's gonna be a little busy. So yeah, but that's what I do, man. The only issue is his first appearance is in Super Max. Don't sleep on the early 1 in 25. All right.
Okay.
Fiery Dark Hawk. What's going on, AOA? The first Radiant Red number 2, 1 in 25 has disappeared off eBay. Radiant Red is already number 2?
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Supermassive was a great read for Radiant Black fans. This is going to be a great read. Yeah. It goes to show you because they're doing all these spin-offs, right? So yeah, I expect it. BC's on it. I know Comic Dude's on it, so we'll see. All right. Nothing from IDW. Let's go into DC because you guys know how Newbie does. He loves DC. I do love DC. I have a love-hate relationship with picking up some of the books.
I just get confused with some of the DC stuff.
Well, yeah, because there's a new Batman every week, and there's like a new, you know, Joker or Robin like or Molly Miracle or Billie Eilish. Like, yeah, it just gets a little confusing. But this week we made it kind of easy because we got a number 1 alert for 4 titles. So we've got Trial of the Amazons. Looks like a dope cover. I'm probably going to pass. Actually, I know I'm going to pass. We got Dark Knights of Steel. So again, another Batman. It's kind of interesting to see that Batman kind of looks like Robert Pattinson there. We got Batman Killing Time, 1 of 6. So it's a just mini series. And we got the War for Earth 3. I'm going to be very simple here and say I'm passing on all 4. Just not my cup of tea. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I've been really DC light the past little while. I think the only thing I've gotten the recent was last week, the reveal of Red X. That was it, because I had invested a little bit when he first, all that stuff like last year. So I was like, finally. So I bought a couple copies, but that was
so wait, who Red X was revealed? I did not catch that. I didn't hear anybody talking about it.
I didn't actually read the book, but it was supposed to be connected to Nightwing somehow. So maybe somebody can correct me in the chat, but I think it was his identity was revealed last week. Yeah, in the Teen Titans book.
All right.
Yeah.
Radiant Black #2 was meant. Probably. Although Radiant Red first appears in issue 1, but the people invested in 2 are screaming first full for money value. One of those first full, first appearance. I'm going to be honest. I kind of laugh because my guy Mel V over there at Drunken Chat, you guys can find him. You guys know where. Drunken Chat, Friday nights, 12 o'clock in the morning, at night, rather, 12 a.m.
He goes for a long time.
Yeah. And I miss that, man, because like I've started working Saturdays to pick up shifts and I hate it because like I used to love hanging out and talking shit. But like he always says, first full just means second appearance, right? Like that's just something that he always says, and it's kind of stuck with me. But
yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Uncanny Swag is saying meh. Yeah, I'm 0 for 4 here as well, dude. That's Steel reprints number 1 through 3 of the current run. Number 4 comes out this week too. Best story in comics right now. Red X was revealed, killed, and another Red X killed him.
Okay. That was interesting. All right.
What the fuck? What is that?
Really? I'm gonna read that then. I'm gonna read that tomorrow for sure.
Oh man, that's just like, I don't know. That's like worse than virus. I think. I don't know. That's like this.
They dragged it on for a long. They dragged it on for a long time.
And just for that to happen, like, okay, cool. All right. We got The Nice House on the Lake #7. I feel like it's been a while since we talked about this book. This thing had a lot of heat. It caught a lot of readers, right from the get-go. A lot of people were picking them up. Again, though, not a lot of people have been talking about it. Kind of slept on. So, who knows? Maybe low print run. I don't know anything about the story. I'm not on it. I haven't read it. I just hear, Mr. Key Issues, Face, and those guys talk about how it's a good read. I'll take their word for it.
Yeah, it's a very good read. I'm gonna have to go back and get myself familiarized once again. But he took a break. He was doing some other stuff on what's that thing he is, the Tiny Onion website. He's doing all that.
How long has the break been? Because I feel like I haven't talked about The Nice House on the Hill since Christmas.
I don't know exactly, but I think it was at least
something, right?
5 months or it was a while. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into this, but again, I have to reread everything. It was great read. I had a lot of I was a big fan of it, and I invested heavily into the first couple issues. I got some of the variants and whatnot because I really liked it, and then as he mentioned, he was going to be starting to take a break. I was kind of pared back a little bit because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen to this now that he's not fully invested into it. So I don't know.
You got to go 100, right? You got to go 100%. Even though I don't believe in perfection, I always tell my wife that. I'm like, I don't believe in perfection. I just don't. You got to give close to 100 to anything. So, I mean, if you were distracted and you need the break, take the break, man, because, it is a good story from what I hear and what I gather people talking about. So, yeah. Just Cruz is in the house. Just Cruz, you missed it. We just announced, me and Ozzy, we will be at Mississauga Con March 27th. We are going to be vendors, which means we're going to be selling, which means when me and Ozzy want to go look for books, you have to watch our booth. That is basically what it means, okay? But what's going on, man? How you doing? We need to talk because Toronto Comic-Con is just around the corner, dude, so we got to get together. So, yeah, Substacked action for a bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some of my wheelhouse here. So let's get into Marvel Comics. All right.
Here we go.
Star Wars High Republic. You guys know me. I'm the huge Star Wars High Republic.
You're getting into it now. You can't, come on. You're warming up, dude.
You know what's funny is I didn't think I remember when these came out, and and thankfully to Hawaiian Punch, he told me about High Republic like early on before it came out last January. Like he told me, I think in like November, October, he's like, hey man, go heavy, you know, and like it exploded and it kind of died down. And you know, now the rumors are in the last week and a half that, you know, Star Wars High Republic, especially the Adventures one, that's kind of what they're doing with a Disney Plus show. A lot of these books can be found, you know, on the shelf still for both series. Number 7 for this run has been heating up like crazy. Ozzy, you know, because you picked up like, I think like 5 copies or something like that. Right?
I had them because
okay.
I heard some rumors. I want to say a few months ago that they were deciding either they're going to go the High Republic or old stuff. Like they were going to go in a certain direction.
Yeah,
and they were still sitting in back issue bins, so just like I'll grab it. I knew the Darth, I think Darth Krall was going to be kind of an important character, so I just grabbed, you know, as many as I could. So
yeah,
but this is also the final issue as well.
And I was just going to say, so what have we learned about a lot of these things, right? There's a lot of people, you know, like Oblivion Song, Ironheart, those two come to mind like right off the bat that like, you know, the final issue is sometimes scarce. It's sometimes hard to find. And sometimes, you know, people pay a premium for it, especially if the show, you know, if it does show up, it's just 15 issues. Who knows? I wouldn't be opposed to picking this up if there's an extra copy or 2 in my shop. I really don't. I'm really, and you know, I have Ultra Maximus. Yes, I said it, Ultra. You know, he kind of instilled that in my head where like, you know, sometimes people just fall off and they don't follow through to the end. And sometimes those last issues sometimes gander a lot of, you know, like a lot of popularity. A lot of people want them just because the print run is so low, right? So
100%. That's the key right there is the print run, right?
And I find it, I kind of like it that they're kind of, you know, and I don't know if they're doing this on purpose. I would think, because I didn't go to school for marketing, but the first issue and this issue, I mean, it kind of looks similar. It's got the characters on the front, right? Like it looks the same. So kind of, right? Like different angles and stuff, but like I like how they paid homage, I guess, to the first issue here.
I think it has something to do with that structure exploding. So I think that's, and it ties into the first issue. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. It's kind of cool that they're doing this. I do have a copy of this one, the first issue. So
you know what's funny? I was talking to Nemesis Prime. You guys can catch him on the Comic Con podcast. You know, he's on TiVo's show all the time. You know, we talk pretty much every day. And he was telling me, he's like, dude, like a lot of these books are on the shelf. Like a lot of these Star Wars stuff is on the shelf. And he was right, man. Like they are literally still on the shelf. Like that annual #1 still on the shelf. It's selling for like $50 on eBay.
I know.
It's crazy. I'm like just out of my mind. Newbie doesn't believe in mint 10 slap. No, you know, just like, I don't know. I never believed in, even when I was younger, like people like give 100%, give 120%. It's like, you can't. There's not, you know, like there's just not. So it is what it is. I used to hate it because I had this girl in high school, and she would get like 120, 140% on like all her tests and shit, because like bonus questions and shit like that. And it just used to piss me off. Like I'm just like, you're not perfect. Like you're not. So
competition.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I wanted to say too is so when Justin was telling me about this and all that, I thought that I had sold my issue ones, like for both runs. So High Republic and then High Republic Adventures. But actually, I went through my long box and I actually had issue 1. So I was like pretty pumped. The only thing is I sold all my issue 2s for Adventures. And that's like the first full of like Marshall Rowe or whatever. Marshawn Rowe. I don't know, the villain or whatever.
I enjoyed I actually was reading the both of them, and I actually enjoyed Adventures, the story, much better. I fell off.
A lot of people said that. A lot of people.
Issue 4 or 5 or something like that. But
yeah. All right, let's get on to the next book. Now, guys, I have to pass through this book because I believe this book was pushed. Maybe the chat can tell me, but I think this book actually comes out next week now. It doesn't come out this week. Ozzy, can you confirm? Do you know somebody in the chat? Maybe, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it got moved from when I made this. What's up, Empire? How you doing, brother? It's funny how people are grabbing Star Wars High Republic again. Everybody was saying they were off the Star Wars thing, me included. Yeah, that's just how it works, man. Everybody may want to flip through Avengers Forever #3 this week. They may slip in a Captain Carter first appearance before her solo title comes out in a week. It was promised in issue 1. Interesting.
I think it was also mentioned in issue 2 as well, possibly. Oh.
So you think that it could happen in issue 3?
I don't know.
Do you think they would do that the week before her solo comes out?
I don't know, man.
I would freak because I got 125s, man.
We both have.
Yeah, and I got the 1 in 10. I got 2 1 in 10s, 2 1 in 25s.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
we're going back and forth. Yeah.
Fuck that, man. Better not happen. I'll be fucking pissed.
I can imagine the message I get when
fuck. I'll fucking lose it.
These copies.
Yeah, I swear to God. All right. This one's gonna be interesting, Oz. Simply because this one was nothing when it first came out. And then people laughed. I remember I made a post about 2 shops here having like stacks of it, and everybody was like, oh, it's nothing. But then the book was still selling for like $30. I remember somebody got mad at me because I had sold some, and then he said, oh man, you promised me one. And I said, well, I don't know how I could promise you one because I don't have any copies. But what are your expectations, or what's your thought process with this one coming out? Like, do you think it's going to be like flipped like the first print, or, you know, like, are people grabbing this because they like genuinely like the story, which was garbage, or are people just genuinely grabbing this because like they like the second print, which looks like garbage? What are your thoughts?
You know what? There's still a few copies at some LCS that I go to, and they are charging a premium.
Come on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's a couple of them.
What's it going for at the shops? Can I ask?
I want to say it's $20.
Oh my God.
But I'm confused why they're doing this for issue 3. I don't know. Yeah. If someone can explain to me, I've been reading this series. I read the last issue as well. It's definitely weird. I'm a little bit invested to what's possibly coming up just because, but I have no idea why they're doing the second print. I don't know.
So basically, since number 3, right, everybody's like this new villain, right? Because obviously Kate and Marvel are hyping up number 6, right? And I think what the logic was, and, you know, I think I had spoken with Specsman about this. I think I had spoken with a few people about this. BC and me were like heavily in this discussion, but like, I think a lot of people were talking about, you know, Venom 3 with Null, and then Hulk 3, right? Like, people were trying to like put that together and be like, okay, this could be it. This is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that Kate and Marvel were hyping up issue 6. Now, I get why they would be hyping it up, but I mean, they just care about selling books, right? So moving volume. They don't care about the secondary market, I don't think, because it does nothing for them, right? So I don't know. I'm still gonna believe that it's gonna be issue 6, but this whole thing has just been, and I apologize, garbage for me. Like, it's just not something I like. I don't want to offend anybody, but you know, it is what it is.
Tell us how you feel, Newbie. Be honest.
It's just not for me, man. I don't know, but like the hype on this, like prior, was just like they were promising us the moon and this and that, and like a free car, and then you start reading and you're like, man, what the hell is this? What
the way I kind of look at it, like, I mean, I know they're hyping up 6, but it makes no sense for them to do anything earlier because, like you said, Marvel and they don't make money off the secondary market. So if they're hyping on a specific issue and it actually folds out that way, they make a ton of money because people are going to be buying those issues. But you know, they're not going to reap the rewards for the secondary market when books start selling for $20-$30. Like, they just don't get that. So it makes no sense.
Mr. Keep It Thorough's in the house, one of the best speculators in the game, everybody. In the game. Okay.
He's got a fun show. I like
watching. Fun show, fun guy, really knowledgeable. Love chatting with this guy. I promise, Thorough, I promise you, it is March. I promise you, before April, we will collaborate, my friend. I promise you, I guarantee it. I'll hop on your world. You come into the Newbieverse. We will do it again, sir. But I love talking comics with Thorough, man. I always tell this story. We were doing a pre-record for the spec show that we did. We were meeting at like 8 p.m. Eastern time. We did not get to filming the show until about 11. Like we literally were just shooting the shit, talking comics, laughing, this, that. And then we both looked at each other, and I think Thorough was like, "Yo, it's like 11, man. We gotta move." And I was like, "Oh shit!" But it just goes to show you, good people. You get lost in conversation with good people. So we'll see. Hot garbage, yeah. Ultra Maximus. It's an alternate universe spec compounded by yeah. I'm just waiting for this black thing to turn out to be like fucking Codex or like some Rhino or Shocker or something. Just typical fucking, Donnie Cates, man. So, Mr. Vancouver Comic Junkie, two of my favorite people. Yes, one of my favorite people as well, man. Big brother out west.
We may be seeing him. We may be seeing him.
Yes.
In the flesh. Just saying.
We will. I can't wait, man. I'm excited. Hopefully he comes out. Hopefully. Marvel's in the house. What's going on? I actually don't mind the Hulk story. It's more Otley's artwork that's turning me off to it. His body proportions are always weird. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right. Oh, by the way, before I move on, did you pre-order any of these? Are you grabbing any of this?
For 6.
Like Hulk number 3, the second print. Or did you grab any or no?
No, I'm not. No? I didn't even grab the first print.
Yeah, they were still on the shelf, man. Yeah. So yeah. All right. One of the bigger books this week. I don't know, Ozzy, if you know, but this Black Panther shit is just getting crazy right now.
There's something about this that is popular. I can't.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
It's a little weird, but we got Mr. Tossin, Mr. AKA Tossin your salad, as people are saying.
Whoa!
Somebody
who's saying that?
There's somebody who has their name, their YouTube handle as Tossin your salad.
Okay. I have seen that. Yes.
Dude, I was dying. I don't know if it was on.
Okay, sorry, I saw that. Yeah.
CBSI or Mel's show, something, but
I think it was Mel's show.
It was Mel, yeah, and I was dying laughing, man. But here in this one, I think that variant cover is going to be the one. A lot of people were talking about that variant cover when issue 3 popped off. I don't know. This could be a filler, in my opinion, but number 5, I think, is the one to be on the lookout for, simply because, well, it's that homage to Ultimate Fallout 4, and people are going goo goo gaga for it. People are expecting that book to probably be the same equivalent in price. Now, I don't want to say that that's crazy to think of, because the 1 in 25, number 3 in 9/8 are now circulating. There's some that have already come out in CGC, and they are already selling for $1,500 US.
I know. Sold. Like actual sales.
Actually sales. Yeah. So it is crazy. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we were like, it'll die down. 3 weeks ago, it'll die down. Last week, it'll die down. I don't know, man. I'm waiting to see how this thing pans out. I do have number 5 circled. We'll see where that goes. I just think a lot of people are going to have it on their radar. Not like that's a big deal. It's just the print run's going to be a little bit high. So if, low print runs kind of, tickle your fantasy, I don't think it's going to happen in that book. I don't think it's going to happen in this book. I think a lot of people ordered this one as well, just simply because of, possibly everything going on. Did you order any of these?
No, I'm ordering 5. I'm just going to see if I can pick these up at the shop. But yeah, like I'm invested into this. What happens is this character, a few copies. I'm going to hold on to them. Am I going to get them graded? Not yet. I'm not going to put the money into that, but I'm just going to hang on to them. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I just imagine, I imagine there's somebody at Marvel just being like, excellent. We have them going. Excellent. Right. Like there's all this hype, and they just like, But I know that they don't reap the rewards off these high sales, but it's just, I don't know. Do they get off seeing this like go bananas? Possibly.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. King of Golden State. What's going on, man? Listen, for those of you that don't know, when I talk about King of Golden State, this is exactly who I'm talking about. It's him and Justin. We always kind of collaborate in what we find, and when we go hunting, King Golden State and Justin they push me. They not like they're like, we challenge you, newbie, but like they always push me to be like, all right, you guys got that? I'm gonna go on a hunt and I'm gonna go find, like it's friendly, but I love it, man. They push me. Great dude, great solid guys. But look at the information here, man. The Black Panther #4 Hans variant last sold for $170 US already on eBay.
Really? Wow.
That's crazy. But people were hyping it up, though, right? That's the thing. Like, it's just the hype, and then people get that FOMO, and they fucking don't want to miss out. So, I don't know. I didn't buy in the hype. I got one copy. I went to the variant or the cover B. That's the one that I went for. Just simply because I think it's a better cover. I like it better. But we'll see. Like, I didn't really go heavy on it. I'm just waiting to see what happens. Issue 5, I did grab 2 copies.
Same here.
We'll see what happens. #3, the second print, I think I grabbed 2 copies myself, just simply because, like, who knows? But, like, I don't know. I'm not going to be that guy that gets 100 copies of these. And in, 10, 15 years, if this is a $50,000 book, will I shoot myself in the foot? Yeah,
it's cover price right now. So
yeah,
like, I mean, yeah, second print. It was like, I listened to Mel B. It was like, why the fuck not? Excuse my language. It's like, why not? So I just grabbed a few copies.
Yeah. Bernard's saying there's got to be something we miss with the Black Panther book that we find out later. Well, I was just going to say, Bernard, recently, and maybe in the last 24 to maybe 48 hours, now everybody's on the other child of Black Panther in that Avengers Forever. I can't remember what book. The girl, she's like a baby. So I don't know. It seems like all the offsprings of Black Panther in whatever universe are getting hype, man. So I don't know.
We're just looking for answers because there's questions, right? That's it.
Exactly. And I think once Wakanda Forever comes, maybe,
eventually,
who knows, but we'll see. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's just insane. eBay is killing us at the LCS with prices for modern day books, like variants of books as Black Panther 3. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, it's DT. Yeah. Dark Ages 4. That's the book. Yeah. She's on the, yeah. Yeah. It's a Dark Ages 4. That's the one. Yeah. Marvel. Sorry. Dark Ages 4, not Avengers Forever. Like I said. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just, you never know what's going to happen when you open this book. So we'll see. I mean, some people are going to have the information. Some people already do have the information, right? So the information will probably get leaked because let's face it. I mean, you tell one person, they tell 3 people, those 3 people tell 2 people each. And then it just works like that. So we'll see. AOA, save and buy Fantastic Four 52. I'm trying, man.
Jungle Action, yeah.
I'm trying. All right. Doctor Strange. So we got the cover A, and I put the 1 in 200 ratio here, but a lot of people are going nuts for this one as well. This one and that Black Panther one are probably going to be the ones that you see a lot of this week.
Right.
I don't know if anyone around here in my area will come close to getting the 1 in 200 unless they bought like 100 copies or 50 copies for themselves, to be honest with you. Because when I asked, I don't even think that they were getting the 1 in, I think there's a 1 in 25. I can't remember.
There's a few, yeah.
Yeah, but I think my shop didn't even come close to that. Sweet covers. I will say that. Sweet covers. Love the artwork, especially on this 1 in 20, 1 in 200. But I don't think I'm going to be seeing that 1 in 200 anywhere near here, man. What are your thoughts? Did you pick any of this stuff up?
I think I grabbed one. I don't know if it was was it a Momoko cover? I grabbed one when I did my pre-order, but yeah, there's no shops around me that are probably going to get the 1 in 200. Maybe there's one shop because they have a couple locations that they ordered 200. I doubt it, but yeah, I think that's going to be a ghost for sure.
Well, Specsman is saying is 1 in 500, so I think that's going to be a fucking ghost, especially up here. I don't think anybody got that unless, again, you bought fucking 400 or 500 copies from a shop. But like, I mean, that's some serious cash when you could have bought a fucking Black Panther 3 1 in 25 for that money.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So I'm expecting something to happen here. I know BC was pretty big on it, so we'll see. Gotta admit, I mean, she looks good. Just saying that. Just want to throw that out there. All right.
Ooh, okay.
This one is a bit interesting to me. And, I'm not, I don't want to be that guy that just hypes up my own guys, my own crew. But Mr. Kieshu is one of my closest friends, one of my best friends. If you don't follow him, make sure you do, because he always puts out great information, but sometimes he'll really go deep in his thought process. And he actually came across, because he reads heavily, he reads pretty much everything and anything. He actually found that there was another book that might have the cameo of Miles Morales as Captain America. So that's kind of interesting, actually. It's not on the application. No one's talked about it. He was actually the one that posted it. I can't remember what book exactly. I will find out and I can repost what he did. But if you follow his Instagram, it's there. But yeah, it's on a page. I don't know if it's the cover or if it's an actual page, but it shows it right there. Miles Morales. Well, it's an African American Miles, or an African American Captain America, rather. So, like, could it be Miles? I think it is. Miles 35. So Miles Morales 35. So
I think it was one of the interior pages. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the cameo. So I don't know what it does to this one, but I know a few people were pretty big on this one back in the day. Obviously, What If has got a season 2 coming, possibly a season 3. It was very successful. So who knows if we see this character. But Ozzy, just as well as I do, all those characters that showed up in the What If the first season are kind of they're kind of getting into the big screen.
Yeah, they said there was going to be some canon from
exactly.
the What If show, for sure.
And maybe people are thinking the same thing here, so maybe grabbing this. I just have a hard time believing that everybody and their grandmothers wants Miles to come into the MCU, but now people are more thinking that, oh, no, like Miles will come in as Captain America first. It's like, okay, please stop.
I saw, I think there's a cover for this. It's a ratio, but it's the same artwork that they used for the Miles anniversary. You remember that cover for the Captain America anniversary on the Miles cover, where he's like kind of swinging and he has the Captain America suit on. It's the same. I think it's the same artwork as the ratio in this book. So when I saw that artwork, I grabbed a whole bunch of the anniversary issues for Captain America. I don't know. They were cheap. They were half off. So I don't know what's happening with this, but it could be interesting.
Did you get any covers?
No, I'm not.
No,
yeah,
I didn't either. I think there were so many that like the shop is going to get some. So I mean, if there is something that pops off or whatever, I think 95% sure I'll be able to just get it. I mean, I didn't really want to go deep in it anyway, so I'm okay losing out if
I think it was whatever. Specsman said, I think it was 23. It was at the Captain America anniversary book. Yeah. So.
What's up, Hype? How you doing, man?
What's up?
Got home late and watching the show while prepping for work. Okay. Mr. Actual Dracula's in the house. Mr. Adrian, what's going on, dude?
Adrian.
All right. So yeah, the last 3 books for Marvel,
interesting.
3, I think, are probably going to be the ones that a lot of people are talking about. So yeah, we'll see. All right, Boom Studios, and we got a number 1 alert. I just liked it because of the cover. Can't remember the name, but it's going to be a hard 9.8. I think. Not picking it up for no other reason, just on the list, just simply because it is a number 1. Boom, kind of successful sometimes with number 1, so just put it up there. Ozzy, you know what it is? You picking it up? No.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I didn't look into this one, but
all right. Well, that's good for me. All right, Dynamite pick of the week, and guys and gals, if you are not familiar with the Newbieverse, what we do is we show some love to Dynamite. We can't talk about all 1,675 copies of Vampirella that come out, so we usually just pick one, and by usually I mean me. I just pick one that I like the cover of, and then we kind of move along, but we always show love to all of them. Some people might be like, well, you haven't talked about Dark Horse. Just stop. Please stop. All right. Dynamite pick of the week.
Here we go.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here's why I picked this one. And some people might be like, well, I love old school movie posters. I really do. I love going to antique shops and finding them. I just, like especially in pawn shops and stuff, like the show. I love when he picks up like some of these old school like movie posters. I love it. This one's got that vibe. If this was like big enough like my Iron Man 3, I'd probably get it, to be honest with you. It's that dope. I like that. So for that reason, it made its way onto my Dynamite pick of the week. Tim, I hope you don't feel disappointed, but this one was just biased for me. I just like those ones that look like movie posters. I like this one. So
that's cool. I like that.
And she's looking hot. She's looking sexy. So why not? I also have a fan, like I love Poison Ivy. So like I just that chick kind of reminds me of Poison Ivy too. So just kind of got everything. Cleavage. I'm shocked, newbie. I'm more of a hips and booty guy. I'm just saying. So real clean, really great cover, old school. Yeah, and that's what I like about it too, man. So
yeah, that's great.
Like that Iron Man. Yes, like that Iron Man poster. I dig the cover. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so everybody likes it. But yeah, I just like those movie posters, man. I love them. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we got some news. All right, Michael Keaton teases new work as Marvel's Vulture. He just recently posted this, saying that it's Little Toomey's work today. That's the character that he plays, the Vulture. We know that he's coming in what's that movie that's been delayed like 9 times, and we've already should have seen it like 3 years ago, and then we should have seen it in January, but now we got to see it in like May or something.
I don't even know when it's coming out. Like,
I think it's May.
Is it?
I think, but I've been wrong so many times in my life that it could be wrong.
There's no hype around that whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I think it's just died just from like every time, it just getting killed. Morbius, that's the one. Wow.
I didn't know you actually.
Okay. No, I could not think of it. I had it in my head and I'm like, what is the fucking name? But anyway, Morbius is coming. Morbius is done. Morbius has been done for a long time, right? So this is kind of interesting that he's saying this. Now, it could be just like a little tease. It could be nothing. It could be something. What are your thoughts here? Because when I see stuff like this, I think it's big. I really do. I think that they're like, okay, maybe we need to add this, or maybe there's something going on. I just think this is more than what people might think.
I don't know. Maybe they're just doing it intentionally to bring attention to the movie. Like, when they start marketing movies, they do different things to, bring attention to certain things. I don't know. It could just be like, a ploy to, I have to watch that movie.
I don't know, man. Like, they've already shown 2 trailers for Morbius. They've already shown him in the trailer. I don't think it would be anything related to Doctor Strange. What's the next movie after Doctor Strange? Maybe they're shooting an end credit for Thor, or maybe there's something like that. I don't know. That's kind of where my mind went. But I don't know, man. And I get it. Some people are gonna be like reshoot, reshoot, things like that. It's possible, 100%. The movie's been delayed already, but I mean, if it's coming out like in April 1st, I mean, who knows?
They have enough time to change what they need to change.
Vulture versus Falcon would be great. Yeah, so it'd be Joaquin Torres versus Vulture. Yeah, it'd be all right. Reshoot, maybe dig for a new movie. You guys got to remember too, he is currently filming Batman, right? Like he's doing some of that stuff. So maybe he's just teasing and fucking with everybody, right?
Yeah, could be.
Who cares about the Vulture? Bring on Keaton's Batman. Man, he's probably I don't know what to expect in that movie.
I'm actually more excited about that than I am about him playing Vulture. Like that pulls on the little nostalgia heartstrings for sure. I don't
know. We'll see. What's going on, Moonlit? How you doing, Michelle? How are you? Keaton's just being a dick troll. I think he's trolling. I think it's something big, or he's just trolling. So we'll see. Or it could be Mephisto. Right? So all right. Look at that. Morbius. A Morbius promos suggest the film is part of the Amazing Spider-Man's universe. Are you shocked? Are you not? I mean, they did hint at the fact that Venom was present in this in the trailer, right? They had said something about, we haven't had this incident since the San Francisco incident.
Yeah.
That's obviously, referring to Eddie Brock, is Venom and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting, the timing. It's kind of interesting, the fact that they would now start promoting it and it kind of having that. What are your thoughts? Did you ever think that Morbius could cross over, or it had? But I mean, again, with it being the multiverse, again, with Michael Keaton's Vulture being in the trailer and everything, I mean, I think we all kind of thought that, no?
Yeah, like, I mean, I think their plan is to like slowly start tying in different elements where it becomes sort of more cohesive. Because right now it just seems like it's just all these like things living in certain places. So I don't know. Like, I mean, thank God that Marvel is kind of like helping them along. Sony, I mean, like trying to guide them. I hope they are. So that because they're masters at that, weaving that story, right, from different movies or different shows into the bigger picture. So I don't know. Am I excited like about the potential? Like, I'm not really. Morbius is not really on my radar. Like, I don't know. It wasn't one of the characters that I'm kind of interested in. So
No, me neither, man. I feel bad because I remember so many people hyping up, ASM 101. Is it 101? Yeah, 101. And like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't even touch that now. Even though I know there's probably going to be meat on the bones, in the sense that like you could probably obviously buy it cheap now, and probably flip it. But like, I wouldn't even touch that book, man. I never really cared about it. I watched Morbius in the cartoon growing up when I first came to Canada. I mean, it was all right. Just never really cared about the character. The vampire stuff, I mean, that's going to be huge, right? The horror world and all that. So who knows the future of the character?
That's a little different. But I agree with Thoreau on this. Like, I mean, yeah. Andrew Garfield for sure.
What's going on? North 49 joining the house. Uncanny. Venom 2 didn't work. Venom 2 was the worst movie I have seen since like The Notebook. Okay. That's how bad it was. So, yeah.
Tell us how you really feel again.
Morbius without Blade would be a wasted opportunity. Exactly. That's how I feel, Tim. That's how I feel. All right. This is probably, I don't know if enough people aren't talking about it, or maybe people just haven't realized it. Obviously, more and more rumors are coming out. Obviously, this character has been popping off. If you've looked a little closely, the prices of this book have kind of not gone back to where they were last spring, but they're on the up and up. But Taron, I think that's how you pronounce his name, on the potential Wolverine role. That's like playing Bond. He has been rumored to be the guy who's going to be taking over the mantle of Wolverine. He most recently posted something on his, I don't know, social media, something in social media where he, shirtless, he was at the gym or something. He is looking jacked from what I was told. So I don't know if he is the guy that played it. I mean, we won't know if it'll be a success right away. We're going to have to watch the movie. But regardless, if we get a hint that this guy is playing Wolverine, or Wolverine is confirmed, X-Men books, say goodbye to them. Hulk 180, Hulk 181, say goodbye to them until this movie drops, because you will not be able to get those. I mean, you could. I don't know everybody's financial things, but like, it's just gonna get to certain points, right? If it's just gonna be a one-off, like a cameo of just this weird Wolverine in a cameo with the multiverse stuff, I mean, who knows? But I think this could be the guy, man. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. This guy's name has been brought up for like 6 to 7 months now. Now that they're asking him about it, the whole him getting jacked and stuff, like I think I think this could be Wolverine. What do you think?
I think it's a good casting if they do follow through with it. But I feel that we were so vested into Hugh Jackman that we're gonna need the mental given over. We're gonna need him back at some point, just to be like, this is the however they're gonna do it, for us to get into the new Wolverine. But I agree with you. All those books are just gonna explode. But I don't think it's a one and done. I think, like Hugh Jackman, I think he's going to be around for a while. Like, I mean, he was such an integral part to that whole sort of scope of movies. Yeah, if they do him right, he'll be here around for a while, and you'll say goodbye to those books for sure.
CGI sideburns confirmed. Zac Efron Crocs. Yeah. So, like, if you didn't know, the two guys that people were saying, and it was rumored, was this guy Taron and Zac Efron. Now, was that for real? Was that a joke? Who knows? But those were the two names that people were talking about. And I like to think that where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, there wouldn't just be like, hey, name me and Justin Bieber is Wolverine. Like, I would think that, like, if Justin Bieber was wearing a Marvel t-shirt later on that week, I would be like, oh shit, something's happening here, right? Because, like, that's just the game that they play. So I don't know, man. I think where there's smoke, there's fire. This has been going on back and forth for a while. Doctor Strange comes out what, May?
Yeah, right after Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight finishes and then Doctor Strange begins. So
yeah, and I think that's not a coincidence either.
No, 100%. Yeah, that's intentional.
Yeah, so I think that all of that's going to tie in, and yeah, I don't know, man. I think that movie's going to change a lot of shit, man. So we'll see. Time. But that Wolverine book, I'm happy I'm in the club because the prices I think this book is going to reach.
Part of the club.
Yeah, you're 180, right?
I'm a 180. Yeah.
180. Yeah.
The first appearance is fine. The first appearance is fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. We'll see.
First, second, cameo.
Efron is going to give us a musical.
No, he'll give us Wolverine on the beach.
Yeah, fuck. Oh man. All right. Well, let's get into the spec. 2 books on it. I forgot to delete one for whatever reason. We've already talked about the one book, the Ghost Rider book, so we're just gonna pass by it. Again, kind of have to give you this disclaimer. I'm not telling anybody to buy 600 copies of it. You're not gonna buy this book today and be rich by Saturday. So, get rid of that thought. Usually the spec by usually I mean like 95% of the time it's either a book I'm looking for, bought, hard to come by, in the process of buying, whatever. Just like I get what I preach is what I'm saying. So that's where we're going with it. Yeah, hype has no argument because hype is part of the 180 and the 181 club. So he's like,
he definitely joined the club.
Yeah, he's like the club, right? So, all right, well, let's get it going. Newbie, I blame you for all the books that I've bought, and by the way, I'm rich now. Oh, well, fuck, that's great, man. Hey, if you got enough money to send me, I don't know, I don't even need a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, man. Just pay off my mortgage. We call it even. That's how I look at it.
No Tales of Suspense? I thought you were just like...
No. Just pay my mortgage off, and I'd be happy, man. I'd be happy. I'd work at like Tim Hortons like 3 days a week. I'd have a paper route. That's it, man. That's all I would do. Telling you. Hyper will be the next Tony Sanders heavyweight champion on the hunt. That's possible. All right, well, let's get it started.
There we go.
Or let's get it going in the spec, and let's get to the end here. So we're gonna pass by this. We've obviously talked about Blackout already. Just forgot to delete it. First book on Newbie Spec of the week is Ultimate Avengers number 3. A lot of people don't know about this. I've been posting about number 3 for a bit. There's one other person who was talking to me about this book, and it's, for the reason of it being a sweet Blade cover. Once Blade comes, I mean, obviously it's just going to go nuts. The book on the right there is a foil cover. This book is like a ghost to me. Like a ghost. I have never seen it in the wild. From what I hear on eBay, or from what I see rather, it is it goes for a pretty penny if you can find it, but I can't find it anywhere. Ozzy, have you ever seen that book in the wild?
I've never seen that book in the wild. No. And you know me, anytime I come across a Blade cover, regardless, I'll scoop it up for sure. I've never.
Yeah,
I've never
it's a
come
good
across
one
that.
to come by. The cover A, obviously, so it's Ultimate Avengers 3 issue 1. That's the problem. A lot of people. That's another reason why it's kind of hard to find. So, like on eBay, you have to be very specific in the wording of this book. If you're Googling it, same thing. Because if you put Ultimate Avengers 3, it probably won't show up. It's Ultimate Avengers 3 issue 1. So keep that in mind. It's a sweet blade cover, and we know how this trick, this pony goes. The trick is once a character pops, a lot of covers, whether it has anything to do with the story or first appearance or anything, it just pops like crazy. I would assume that somebody out there has that foil cover right there on the right. It is a dope cover early. So I'm just saying, if you find this book and you want to sell it to me for like $5, I'll take it off your hands. I'll even tip you. I'll give you $6. That's just
I may have already bought it today. I don't know.
Fuck. See, there you go. That Ultimate cover A though, it's not one that a lot of people find either. So be on the lookout for that cover A as well. It could be something, especially for like financial gain, I guess. I haven't read the story. I have one copy of this, but I also have 3 that I just bought for like 50 cents. They're like for nothing realistically. So be on the lookout for it. The foil sells anywhere between $10 and $80 on eBay, which means you can find it in the wild is probably best. However, just like a lot of us in the chat and Aussie, it is a ghost, or we don't even know that it's a book. So
there were a couple cool blade covers from this Ultimate run. I got a few of them with blade on it.
There's one that I will be talking about next week.
Okay.
So I don't want to talk too much about it, but there is one that I want to talk about next week. Because if you can find it in a newsstand, it's literally maybe like 1 of 100. I think like there's not that many, maybe less. So just something to be on the lookout for. Double O, what's going on? So Thorough is saying that he's got 20 foils of that book.
What
the fuck? I didn't even know they made 20 of them.
Interesting.
Shit. Okay, wow. Well, my birthday's coming up soon. By soon, I mean in June, but nevertheless, it's forward. But dude, that's crazy, man. Did you find him in the wild, or did you like? What's the story behind that? Because that'd be fucking dope if you found him in the wild. But yeah, Hype knows this. I'm big on Blade. He's not like in my top 5 of favorite characters, but like I obviously, I just purchased Tomb of Dracula 10, letting the hobby pay for itself, of course. But like, I think Blade's gonna be massive, like massive. What are your thoughts on that?
Same thing with me. I am definitely invested in Blade. I think he's going to be a continuing character with some sort of formation, some sort of team, but also with all the horror stuff that is coming out. Like, when we get Dracula eventually and all that stuff starts to unfold, he's going to be a key character. Same thing. I'm grabbing stuff that I can find that's associated with it right now, because you can definitely find it in the back bins, 100%.
I'm with Thorough. I'm grabbing everything Blade as well. There's a few things I've been grabbing and not. Thorough's also putting it out there. It also is the first cameo appearance of Vampire Hulk in this book. I think the first cover is actually issue 2, which I'll be talking about next week on the spec. So I guess I kind of like ruined it for everybody, but that one's an interesting one as well. Blade on there, and the newsstand I think is like less than 100. If I'm correct, if I remember the numbers specifically, I think it's under 100. And the thing is, they're out there in the wild. So when it is those newsstand, I mean, you could make a great profit on those. So yeah, be on the lookout, man, because like the Blade stuff is, you don't want to miss out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, exactly. He's coming.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the next book and the last book in the spec side of things. But we got now hear me out on this, because a lot of people are gonna say, "Noob, I don't." Okay, so we got Fantastic Four number 22. Why? Well, if you guys remember correctly, or if you guys remember not too long ago, rather, there was a lot of people hyping up Valeria, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the daughter of Sue and Dr. Doom, whatever the case may be. It's a little confusing, because while we talk about Franklin and Blade, and Cable, you know, as babies, right? Like, why is the annual? And I get it because Annihilus is also there, but it's a baby. He's a baby in the annual number 6, and there's other books. When Valeria was being spec'd on, and a lot of people were talking about her, you know, it went to the baby or the miscarriage one. I can't remember what issue it was. I think it's like Fantastic 454. I can't remember exact. I'm not 100% remembering, but there's not a lot of Valeria covers out there, right? And with there being all those rumors of this character possibly coming, and whether it was short or not, I mean, you could find this in the dollar bins. I recently just found this in the dollar bins not too long ago. I think the guy was just like, yeah, just take it. I kind of like it. I kind of like her in the Fantastic Four with that Doom stuff. Like, I think she looks dope there. She's obviously older. So, I mean, if a lot of people were talking about it and hyping it, there's no harm in it, especially because there's not a lot of covers of her. And we've seen how that works, whether the character shows up or not. I mean, there's reader spec, there's comic spec, there's movie spec, there's all that stuff. But if the character were to get hot and a lot of people were on the character, like we were not too long ago, I mean, people just move from character to character, but a lot of people were like specking on the character, telling people to buy those books. There's not that many covers. And we saw what happened with Elsa. We saw what happened with some of these characters that don't have many covers. All the covers just go crazy. This one could have the same effect. I'm biased when it comes to it because I love Fantastic Four myself. I've picked this up pretty much every day, all day when I can. I wouldn't mind getting a high grade. Again, the spec value, it's more of the cover just because there's not that many covers. But other than that, still a good book to find, man. Have you ever seen this one?
I actually have never seen this. And, you know, I'm always looking through if I go into a shop, I'm always looking through the Fantastic Four stuff, new and old. So, yeah, I've never come across this. But I agree with you in terms of, like, if there's very few covers, let's say, of a specific character, yeah, people really definitely gravitate towards it. And the price really escalates very quickly. That is definitely going to happen with Elsa, for sure. But this is, I have to keep an eye out for this one.
Yeah. And again, you know, inside the book, I mean, this isn't the first appearance or anything like that. It's not the first cover. It's not any of that. It's just the fact that when you look at it, I mean, you kind of have her obviously in the Fantastic Four gear. You have her with the, you know, the Doctor Doom stuff. I think she looks dope. So if she comes, I mean, I think it'd be great. I think it's a great cover to have. You'd be surprised in the condition that you find them, because the two that I have are really high grade as well. Not to say that I'm going to be grading them or anything, but like, again, just on the concept of, if she does hit where, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. A lot of people were specking on her. Not that many covers. Well, guess what? It could pop. It could be something. And even if it's, and here's the thing, right? All you need, especially if you're just flipping for investment and letting the hobby pay for itself, all you need is 1, patience, and 2, this to just get hot at the right moment. So if you're sitting on 4 or 5 copies and this gets hot for a day and people want it for $30, well, guess what? You just made like $150 off of something that just cost you nothing. It was just sitting in the back bin anyway. So not a bad book, not a bad thing. I don't think this is $1,000 book. I don't think it's a $500 book, a $200 book, but you never know. So be on the lookout for it. If you see it, it's a good little spec there. Whew.
There you go. I agree. Just one more thing to that. I having the foresight to like see that certain characters or certain storylines or whatever, they're going to get kind of hot. And like you said, man, you're grabbing this for a couple bucks, and why not stash a few away? Because if it does pop, you're like, and then roll that into something else. You know, such a smart move. Such a smart move. Right?
You know what? The biggest thing that I find myself laughing, and sometimes I'm, you know, I do it myself, but I think the biggest rule in collecting or specking or whatever the case may be is patience. Because when something pops, there's always those people that take pictures, and then like we see it in post, right? And they got like 50 copies of a book.
Right.
And like some people get jealous, some people hate, and some people are like, oh, you know, you're the people that ruin it. But it's like that person that has the 50 copies basically found those 50 copies when the book was like 50 cents to basically free, right? Basically $1, basically $2, whatever. and he just picked them up. And he or she was just patient enough to be like, you know what? I'm confident in this. I'm going to put it away. Right. And that's it. And I think that that's one of the biggest things that's like, you know, always forgotten in this hobby. If you want that, I always call it the jelly pick, the jealous picture. And it's always been like that for me, is the jelly pick. When you see people, when a book comes hot,
5-6
and they got like 50 copies and they're like, yeah, I just been holding this for 2-3 years. And it's like, it's patience. It's always like that. So,
but they could also have like, you know, other books with like 20-30 copies that never pop. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too, though. Like me, I'll always put my losses with my wins. Like you learn more when you lose. Right. But like, I have no shame in be like, hey guys, you know what, that spec didn't work, or hey, you know what, that obviously went here. Like I have no problem with it. A lot of people don't. And like, that's the problem. But like, you have to just admit when you can, you know, it is what it is. And you never know when it's going to come around either. Right, Ozzy? Like we've seen something be like kind of dead and then it kind of gets, you know, brought back up. So Thoreau saying, check my DMs. I just slid in there. Oh, dude, my phone's in my bedroom.
This is a family show.
But all right, man. I'm interested to see, dude. I've never seen this book. I
want to see that picture.
I read about it. Yeah, I'll send it to you. But like, I've never seen this book in my face, so I want to see what it looks like, dude. So 10-year hold on Valeria books before MCU. Possibly. They took the risk before everyone else was. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You have to have risk and you have to have patience.
Patience for sure.
All right. Video dropped last week for me. Little grail that I picked up. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you guys go check it out. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Make sure you guys go tell your mailman. Let the people know that there is a 3K subscriber giveaway. So I think I am 230 away from 3,000. So I'd like to get there just before May, because that'll be the 2 years on YouTube. So I'd like to be on 2 years going on 3K. So if anybody isn't sub, make sure you guys go sub. If you're checking us out on the rewind, make sure you guys go check out all the rest of the content on the channel and follow me on Instagram. We'll be back on the Newbieverse Tuesday. So I got my guy, my friend, Mr. Ryan from Automatic Comics, and we're going to be talking about keys to still invest in. That show is really fun, especially with Ryan. He is a big numbers guy, and he loves talking about big books and keys. So he's going to be joining us for that. New video from the 2 flea markets, like I said at the beginning of the show, that I'll be dropping sometime this week. Ozzy, let the people know where they could find you, what you do, sir.
You can find me on Instagram, Kamikaze. You can find me on YouTube under the same name. Post up some random videos, but I do have a series called Inside the YouTube Studio, where we get to sit down with content creators. I just recorded one with TM Nerdy, Travis. So I'll be dropping probably next week. But we have a couple other collaborations, myself and Actual Dracula with the guys from Comic Kingpins. We've got a monthly show called The Commission, where we sit down, we share 4 books with each other. We shoot the shit and we talk about the books and we just have fun. So that just dropped as well. So
dope, man. Yeah, I caught a little bit of it. I had it on in the background. Yeah. So you guys, well, I was in the chat too on Saturday when you guys were doing it. I was at work, but I had you guys in the background. Furbird, I think that's how you pronounce it. We've been talking. Dude, I appreciate the super chat, man. Great show today, Newbie. Really appreciate that. We've been talking nonstop. He has a great Instagram. He does like the reports and stuff like that too. And he sent me an AOK, which I am very humbled by. So I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Nice. He's a big fan of the show. He said his wife or his girlfriend is also a fan of the show. So that's humbling. I like hearing that. So thank you for tuning in, man.
One more shout out. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
With my brother from the 416, Actual Dracula, we always have our weekly show as well. Comic Picks in the 416. So
that's right. There you go. Anyone else? I mean, you know,
no, that's it.
I'm like the Oscars dude. I'll get the music playing. And
mother, my cousins.
I just want to thank everybody. Grade 3 teacher.
You really like me.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's the show. So Tuesday, 9:35 p.m. Eastern time with Automatic Comics. Mr. Ryan's in the house, so we'll be doing it up there. Make sure you guys go check out all the content. Make sure you guys go support everybody in the chat, everybody who's hanging out with us, man. I appreciate it. You guys could be doing a million other things, but you decided to come hang with us, so I appreciate it. As always, this is the Newbieverse. Also, make sure you guys go check out the Comic Kingpins tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. 100%. Monday nights. Those are my guys. Those are my brothers. All right. I'm out. Any last words, Ozzy?
Later, guys. Nope. That's it. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, man. All right. Newbieverse. We'll see you Tuesday.